Hey guys, just heading out for an evening walk. We got back from our camping trip yesterday at Bon Echo, and I spent a good chunk of yesterday afternoon and a large portion of today editing videos. So I've got 4 videos for you guys, including a paranormal investigation we did at the site of the 1909 Bon Echo Inn. Okay, so right there on the little point, back in the day, they had an artisan's chalet, and it was struck by lightning in 1936 and destroyed. So Jen and I decided that we were going to do our paranormal investigation there, and I've got a whole episode on that for you guys. So those will be coming up on the channel. I wanted to let you guys know that we also got the 24 millimeter Samyang lens, the f1.8 lens. Now I could, go on and talk about and review this lens, but you guys can find that stuff online. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it out and use it. I'm just going to have just this lens on the camera, so no other options. And we're going to see what kind of shots Gary can get. Deer flies are still crazy. Ugh. When will it end? We'll take the 24 millimeter out, and I just want to show you guys. This is a very hard lens to use because it's wide angle. It has special purposes, okay? And a few of those could be, number one, landscape photography, maybe portraiture photography. It's hard to do with the 24 millimeter. Astral photography, big time. That's what this lens is made for. Anything wide, when you're shooting old vehicles or something and you want to get right down in front of the bumper, say, and, shoot the whole front of a truck or something like that. This lens, for $500 Canadian, is about a quarter of the price of the Sony here in Canada. And if you guys look at reviews, you'll see that it is even sharper than the Sony and has some other good things going for it. The only thing I will mention, other than showing you guys taking it out on an adventure and just taking pictures and showing it, is that this has a special button on the side of it. And I've never seen anything like this. It's really cool. And why I'm pointing it out is because when we were at Bon Echo, I was shooting some astral photography, 3:30 in the morning, pitch black, and I had my wide angle 17 to 28 Tamron lens. And try focusing in on the stars in manual mode in the dark. Very hard to do. This lens has an amazing feature. If you hold that button in when you turn the camera on, you can then set your focal distance to whatever you want, and a green light on the side of the lens comes on. Anytime you want to return to the spot that you've set focus for, you just push that button and the lens will automatically go back to that focal distance. And it's super handy for stars and things like that. You don't have to try to, see look at the tiny little dots on the screen. Are they in focus? It's very hard to tell. You just push that button once you've got it set and you're back in business every time. So I'm going to show you guys some landscape photography with this. I'll do some shots that show the bokeh, which is the blurry background that you can get with a cool 1.8 lens like this. Some street photography maybe, and maybe even some portraits, okay? Hard to do portraits, like I said. But I'm just gonna play with it, and I'm gonna show you guys the versatility of this 24 millimeter. I've also ordered the 35 millimeter, which is another all-time favorite of mine. So we're going to play with those and show them to you guys. That will be coming up on the channel as well. And that's what I'm out doing tonight on an evening walk, is looking for some landscapes down at the swamp. I'm going to take a walk down there. Who knows? Anything I see, I'm going to shoot with it. And you guys will see a whole bunch of sample images coming up from this lens. So, as you guys know, also, I mentioned in a video not too long ago that I wanted to find a past life regressionist or therapist, okay? Somebody that could hypnotize me, and I would be super interested in going back and seeing who I was in a past life. Do I believe in past lives? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm open-minded, right? Who knows? I see enough of these stories with kids coming back and, having information about other places and families and things that check out information they shouldn't have, that it's a possibility, right? Anyway, I'm going somewhere with this. So I've been wondering and thinking about it, and, it's on my list of things to do that I don't know if I will ever actually do it, but be hypnotized and see what my past lives were. On this paranormal investigation coming up, Jen was telling me as we were walking out to the point where this inn was, that, we're going to go and have high tea with the spirits. And she was talking about the tea that they would drink at this inn. And, 2 hours later, when we're there investigating, I look at the plinth and there's a bunch of pictures. And there's a gentleman and a woman being served tea. And I said, how did you know that? And Jen's like, I don't know, that's weird. And so at the time, even Jen seemed a little concerned that she had known that before we actually looked at the photograph. But, we didn't know what the box had said at that point in time. And I had asked, who's in this photo? And the box replies, Gary and Jen. And so when I was editing this and heard that, it made the hair on the back of my neck stand up, because I've been so interested in this thought lately of doing past life regression that it just made me think that would be crazy, if Jen and I had been there 100+ years ago having tea at this inn. And here we are now back exploring it long after it's gone and been destroyed. So I don't know what to think. And then I believe the box went on to say, look into your own past, or something very similar to that. Anyway, you'll have to watch the video, guys. There's more going on in that video than just that, but that was the one thing that really made me stop and think that there is more to that investigation. And there was a lot of stuff I couldn't make out what was being said. I was using the Necrometer app, and I just find that one so hard to decipher. But when you do, when it clicks, when it makes sense, what's being said. Also, of course, guys, we've got our gifts out in the stone box back in the swamp. We're going to have to go back and check those out at some point. Not going to do that this week. It's been 6 days since we put the stuff out there. I want to wait a couple weeks and see before we go back and see if anything's moved. But again, there's something to look forward to. We will eventually have to go back and check on it, right? I think we're coming to the end of deer fly season, because when I left the house tonight, I was swarmed right away when I came out of the house. I killed a few, and ever since then, there hasn't been any around me. So that means we're going to be doing some camping here shortly as well. I want to go up to the Garnet Rock that I found last fall, and I don't know, maybe do some exploring up there. There's a little lake that I can kayak and catch trout not too far from there either. So a couple of adventures. We might even be able to bring the trailer and camp out there. It's just an option, something to do. So it's on my plate of things to do. But we're also going to have an exchange student at my house for a month. Hannah's going to be back next week from France. So we will be taking Elsa with us and doing a whole bunch of adventures and stuff there as well. So I don't know how much time I'm going to have to get all the camping and things that I want to do, get it done, but I'm going to try. We are going to be camping out. Dad was at my house today, and he was saying we should be taking the four-wheelers out and doing some running, because he hasn't driven his four-wheeler all summer. So I said, sure, anytime you want to go. So maybe, Dad and I might go on an adventure here just for a day trip in and try some little creeks or something. He knows places from, back when he was a teenager that they used to walk to, take a week of, backpack in somewhere, and now we can four-wheel there in a day. So lots of stuff coming. I just don't know what. I was talking YouTube with Wild Yam, and she was saying the exact same things that I'm noticing on my channel, which is, I think YouTube's trying to kill us off, all these small channels. I don't know. It's like we peaked 3 years ago. We can't seem to get any new folks coming in. We're producing the same kind of videos and things that we always did. Same, better quality than ever. I mean, if you're talking in terms of gear and shooting in higher bit rates and better phones and all that stuff. So it's not a quality issue. Of course, I just want to show you guys, walking up the side of the road, some idiot has thrown a bag of garbage out here, and I bet you if we were to go through it, we'd probably find something with their name in it. Ridiculous. This corner, there's a stop sign here, and there's Tim Hortons cups are thrown here every day. Every day. And it's the same guy. You can't tell me that for the past 3 years, it's not the same idiot. We can come down here any day and find new ones. I'll pick those up, and there'll be new ones right here. And it's somebody that lives on our road. Now, yeah, we do have a couple of guys that have businesses down at the end. So their employees are driving down to the end of the road. It could be one of them, but I'm telling you guys, it's there every day. I don't even want to get started on that. Well, nature has brought calm Gary back to the surface. I've been down here at the pond for the last 20 minutes just listening to heat bugs and birds. I guess that's it, guys. I'm heading back home. So just wanted to give you guys an update and to remind you, check out the upcoming videos on Bon Echo and especially the paranormal one. I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, and I wanted to ask you guys, should we go live more often? And if we're going to, what do you guys want to do when we're live? Do we want to do paranormal spirit box stuff? We could go to different sites as long as I have cell service. We can do the stone box. Maybe we should do the next live session at the stone box where we left our gifts. What do you guys think about that idea? Comment below.